Hi, today I want to share with you a really simple, effective exercise, and it's a tool that I use regularly. Um, so, we're looking at using the voice as a vehicle to transmute energy. So, for example, you've come out of a stressful environment or situation or dialogue with someone, and you want to release that feeling, that kind of anxiousness, stress, tightness in the body, and you want to clear that energy out of your system so that you can move on to the next task in your day and kind of flow and continue into what you're doing and not allow that to imprint on the rest of your day and have a negative impact, which kind of exacerbates and grows as the day goes on. So I'm going to sit side on just so that you can see I'm kind of seated with my legs, my knees crossed, and I'm just in a really natural, neutral position. My shoulders are nice and dropped, and you can do this in preferably a quiet space, somewhere where you've got a few minutes really to give yourself a little bit of time to do this bit of voice work. And make sure that you're warm as well. If you're sitting for a few minutes, you might start to get cold. So I'm just closing my eyes, do whatever makes you feel most comfortable. My hands are just resting on my knees. So I'm just focusing on the breath, collecting the breath, and moving my awareness to where the breath is in the body. So I've identified this feeling or emotion or event that I want to shift from my day, something that you've recently experienced and that you're feeling in your energetic system. So using vowel sounds, I'm going to guide you through a toning process of vocal release just to try and shift and move the emotion up and out through and to let go of that. So I've recently been in a kind of quite a difficult dialogue with high stress levels from the other person, so I want to dispel that, disengage from that and detach from that. So I'm going to begin just with a closed mouth and humming. Okay, so that vibration is run through my body, and I can feel in my body where the tightness is and where there's some residual tension as a result of doing that. So now I'm going to open up the mouth and open onto vowel sound A, because it feels like it's around the chest and around the heart chakra and that area there. So So I've just allowed myself to release, and I've just chosen any note which feels comfortable and right. Don't worry about which one it is. Trust that you will be guided through your intuition to create the sound at the frequency that you need to. And I was just allowing myself to fully express and tone until the breath naturally runs out. So if you do this a few times, you might notice your pitch wants to shift slightly, maybe the volume and the intensity of the vibration in the voice wants to shift, so feel free to play with that. Remember, you are using this as a tool to release emotion and try and let go of any energy buildup that you don't want to have in the physical, energetic, emotional body. So I'm gonna try a different vowel sound now, just to move things up a little bit and to really ensure that I'm moving this energy out. So all the time I'm doing this, I'm really just utilizing a very simple sound and simple tool, but it's definitely the intention behind the way that I'm doing that is helping to achieve this kind of resetting, rebalance, and release. So allow yourself after every new sequence of toning just to breathe out, take a deep breath in, feel the space that you've opened up in the body, feel where you might have been releasing, just do a little bit of somatic awareness, tune in, just feel into where you might need to release a little more. Maybe you want to change your posture or position. Kneeling like this is quite good with your hands on your knees or hands upturned like this, just nice, open and relaxed. You might even want to come onto the floor like this if you're dealing with the quite angry, aggressive emotions that are kind of trapped in the sacral area. You might want to come down with your head on the floor and just connect with the sound in a deeper way in that sense. So play with this. This is a framework. It's something that I use. I try and use regularly. I find it is helpful to me, and basically just play with it and adapt it to your own needs. And if you do try this at home, I would love to hear how it works for you. And we'll catch you next time.